Welcome back to our series on the importance of math in game development. In our previous videos, we discussed how math is used in game physics and how it's used to create 2D and 3D graphics. Today, we are going to dive deeper into math in 3D graphics, exploring the concepts and techniques used to create the stunning visuals we see in the modern games. 3D coordinate system and transformations. Before we can talk about 3D graphics, we need to understand how 3D space is represented in a computer. In games, we use a 3D Cartesian coordinate system with X, Y, and Z axes. Transformations such as translation, rotation, and scaling are used to manipulate objects in this 3D space. To visualize this, let's look at an example from the game world. In the game Minecraft, the player can place blocks to build structures. Each block is a cube with a dimension of 1 into 1 into 1. When the player places a block, the game must translate the block's position from the player's perspective to the game world's coordinate system. When the player rotates the camera, the game must also rotate the block to maintain its position in the world. 3D modeling and rendering. Once we have a 3D object in a game world, we need to render it toward the screen. This involves several steps including modeling, shading, and texturing. Modeling is the process of creating a 3D object using software tools, while shading determines how light interacts with the object surface. Texturing involves adding images or patterns to the object surface to create a more realistic appearance. One game that utilizes these techniques well is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The game's world is full of amazing 3D models, from the terrain to the characters and creatures that inhabit it. The game's shading and texturing give each object a unique look and feel with realistic lighting and shadows. Matrix math and lighting. In order to properly shade and light 3D objects, we need to understand some key concepts in matrix math. Matrices are used to represent transformation in 3D space, such as rotation and translation. We can also use matrices to calculate lighting in a scene. For example, in the game Destiny 2, players are able to explore a vast, detailed world filled with a variety of creatures and enemies. The game uses advanced lighting techniques such as global illumination and dynamic lighting to create realistic shadows and reflection. These techniques rely heavily on matrix math, allowing the game to calculate how light interacts with objects in the scene. Conclusion, and that's a brief overview of how math is used in 3D graphics in game development. From coordinate systems and transformation to 3D modeling and rendering, and even matrix math and lighting. Math plays a critical role in creating the immersive worlds we love to explore in modern games. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on the importance of math in game development.